as it's materializing, they over there fighting who? The Arabs. They over there in Saudi Arabia fighting them. Now they got a ship, a Russian ship, right on the shores of America. Last I heard, 30 miles from the shores of America. It was 60, now it's 30 miles. So all this is prophecy. Everybody's concerned about the relationship we're going to have with Russia all of a sudden. You notice that? Let's read about prophecy. Go to Ezekiel 38. Ezekiel the 38th chapter. Since we prophesy, let's prophesy about it. And the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against it. See, it's talking about Russia. And say, Thus said the Most High Power, Behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. Listen, I will turn thee back. He's going to turn them back. I don't care how much America try to bring that demonocracy, that rule of the devil to them, they're going to go right back to communism. You're going to turn them back and put hooks into their jaws, I mean, when you put a hook into a fish jaw, what you can do? He can go, he can wiggle this way, that way, whatever. You just still steady, all you got to do is keep on reeling them in. The pole might bend over like that, just keep reeling them in slowly. He going crazy, that's what he say, he's going to put hooks in the jaw, therefore he's going to direct what they're going to do. That's what he's saying. Hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth. Oh yeah, they coming forth already. I mean, when the last time you heard of a ship being 30 miles outside of America's shores? A Russian ship at that. And all thine army, gonna bring all their army. They prepared. I mean, who got the nukes? America and Russia. And all these other little countries that have nuclear power. But ain't them all joined to America. Look. He said, I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all them clothed with all sorts of armor. And you know, Russia got them tanks, them armored tanks, boy, and ordinances. They got a nuclear arm. They call what? They call it Satan. All sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, weapons of war, high-powered, nuclear destruction. Persia gonna be joined with Russia, Ethiopia and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet, prepared, all the armies. Gomer, France, and all his bands, all his army. The house of Togomar, Germany, of the north quarters, you know, Germany in the north, and all his bands, all his armies, and many people with thee. Many people going to be joined with them. Be thou prepared. Remember, the Most High putting hooks in their jaws to make this happen. No matter how you look at it, you say, be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them, and be protecting them. You know, America ain't going against Russia. But Russia in league with China, like I say, the Arabs, they're going to deal with the Arabs, and they're going to have to deal with Russia, they're going to deal with China. If a man, you know, running from a lion, ran into a bear, and went into, got away from the bear, ran into his house, got into his house, leaned his hand on the wall, and the dragon, serpent bit him. Oh yeah. You ain't getting away. Can't get away. Your house supposed to be your place of rest. You can't get away. If you go in your house, he say still gonna get you. There ain't nowhere to hide, he's telling you. And these consecutive orders gonna happen. You're gonna see them come together. In all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Protect them. After many days thou shalt be visited. When? After many days you're going to be visited. When? In the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword. How they get America? You going to tell me Then he used that Gatling gun to take down the 12 tribes of Israel that was here. You know, I say 9.5, but it was 12 because we was here. We the ones set up 13 colonies. You see? First president was John Hanson. And I know George Washington served a year, then another president, then another one, then another one. Brothers. You see, we was here. It's our land. You know. The children of Israel, the Israelites, we were here on this land. That's why we came off those ships from Africa, ran among the people. How we was going to hide among them if we ain't look like each other? Oh, yeah. Look at different ways, man. But this land of America is bought back from the sword, man. Killed over 77 million so-called North American Indians. That's a minimum. 35 million of the so-called Mexicans, or true indigenous ones, I'm saying. Indigenous ones that was here in North, Central, and South America. Over 100 million of us from the shores of west coast of Africa to America. America bought back by the sword. Put smallpox in the blankets, left, and came back and hardly nobody was left. Killed all the head tribe of the 9.5 tribes, Ephraim, so-called Puerto Ricans, indigenous ones, down to little or nothing. It was a head tribe. Bought back by the sword. And it's gathered out of many people. Now, what nation is this? Gathered out of many people. Great melting pot of who? All nations are right here. Like no other place in the world. Right here in America. Against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste, but it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Guaranteed. As we gonna read. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. You hear that? They're gonna ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. Thou and all thy bands, all thy armies, all the armies, and many people with them. As all these nations gonna join together with Russia. Thus said the Most High Power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind. It will come into your mind that thou shalt think an evil thought. He telling you, they're going to think an evil thought. Why? Because, I mean, it's natural that they can think of an evil thought. It's nothing spectacular for them to think evil. Because of the fact that the Most High said this. Proverbs 16:4. I mean, no matter where you go, it's going to still come back to the same verdict. Guilty. Proverbs 16:4. The Most High have made all things for himself, yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil. So as I read Job 9:24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He who is the wicked covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? If it ain't the so-called white man, who ain't the Edomite, who was the seed of Esau. Come on. Who is the devil that the Bible's talking about? Which means deceitful and evil person. Make it say something different. Make it be something different. I mean, the righteous and the wicked of Israel went into captivity, slavery, and bondage, y'all. So no matter where you want to go, the Most High did that to us, his chosen people. So ain't nobody else, he don't know nobody but us. As it says in Amos 3:1 and 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you, the 12 tribes of Israel, for all your iniquity. Now the judgment going to come upon all these nations. And especially Esau. As we read about it. But here he gonna have Russia and all these other countries come against it. I mean, you're looking at this right in our face right now. As I speak. You better recognize this serious. Play around if you want to. Ezekiel 38 and 10. Thus said the Most High Power, it shall also come to pass at the same time shall things come into my mind, into your mind, Russia, and thou shalt think an evil thought. Because I mean, Russia still, they still the wicked, they still Edomites. They're going to think an evil thought. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest. Remember, most I said they at ease. They're at rest. That dwell safely. Oh yeah. Nobody going to touch America. Remember we said that? He already told you the verdict of what's going to happen. The loss of children and widowhood in one day. Dwelling safely. All of them dwelling without walls, without security, without walls. So that's why you're going to build a wall? That's one wall. He said without walls. You gonna build a wall that go all the way across America? You gonna put a wall so they can't come through Canada? They can't come through the Atlantic Sea? They can't come through the Pacific Sea? All of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates. So, man, you got everybody here already. You know, you concerned about us, but you better be concerned about everybody else. As we reading here, ain't saying about us. It's talking about these other nations, your own brother, your own nations, join together with Russia, and all these nations join together to come up against you. Remember, he said there gonna be wars and rumors of wars. Nation gonna be against nation. It's all here. Listen, to take a spoil, to rob you, and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited. Most I look at America as a wilderness with people living here. Then drew all nations to here. And upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, see, which have gotten cattle and goods, that dwell in the midst of the land. Rich, living large. Remember it says, but they're going to be wailing because of America. Sheba and Dedan and the merchants of Tarshish, with all the young lions thereof, shall say unto thee, art thou come to take a spoil? You come to rob us? Hast thou gathered thy company to take a prey, to carry away silver and gold, to take away cattle and goods, to take a great spoil? Therefore, son of man, take everything you got. I mean, your silver and gold is your riches, your wealth. Therefore, son of man, prophesy and say unto God, say unto Russia, thus say the Most High Power, in that day when my people of Israel dwelleth safely, shalt thou not know it? And thou shalt come from thy place out of the north parts. Oh, is it Russia in the north? They will come out of the north parts. Thou and many people with thee, all these armies of these other nations join together with them, all of them riding upon horses in great company and mighty army. See? Mighty army. And thou shalt come up against my people of Israel as a cloud to cover the land. It shall be in the latter days. See, it's going to be in the latter days. And I will bring thee against my land. Now it's talking about the land of Israel. That the heathen may know me. That these other nations going to know him. When I shall be sanctified in thee, O God, before their eyes. They're going to see the power of the Most High in Russia. Thus said the Most High Power. Art thou he that whom I have spoken in old time by my servants, the prophets of Israel? Are you the one I spoke against? By the prophets of Israel, which prophesied in those days many years that I would bring thee against them? It would bring them against them. And it shall come to pass at the same time when God, Russia, shall come against the land of Israel, said the Most High Power, that my fury shall come up in my face. So when they go against the land of Israel, He says fury gonna come up in his face. See? Remember, he's directed them. Remember, remember he's told us in verse 4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army. See? He's directing them. That's why I say, when his fury come up in his face, verse 19, for in my jealousy and in the fire of my wrath have I spoken. Surely in that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel. Hear that? Gonna be, I mean, already got America, now gonna get Israel. Gonna be a great shaking in the land of Israel, so that the fishes of the sea, this shaking gonna be so strong, say, so that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the field and all creeping things, all the way to feed beasts, every animal, and all the way down to the insects. It is the insects that creep upon the earth, and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence. Hear that? This is that destruction he's going to bring upon. Because he got to burn this place up to purify. There's only two purifying elements, water and fire with the Most High. That's why I say he ain't going to flood it no more. He's going to bring fire. He's going to purify this earth with fire. This is what it says. Verse 20. So that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the field and all creeping things, all the way down to the insects that creep upon the earth, and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence. Remember, all men are going to be afraid. They're going to fear. And the mountains shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground. Hear it? Now, let's see what Amashak Abishai said. Let's go to Matthew, the 24th chapter again. Remember it said, what did it say? And the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground. Where? In the land of Israel. It tells us in 18. And it shall come to pass, this is Ezekiel 38 and 18. It shall come to pass at the same time when the Gog shall come against the land of Israel, said the Most High, that my fury shall come up in my face. This is talking about Russia going against the land of Israel. This is what Mashak Abishai said in Matthew 24. And Mashak Abishai went out, verse 1, and departed from the temple. And his disciples, this is in Israel, and his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. They were building temples, right? Because remember, the Edomites had burned down our temples. So they were building temples. So they came to show him the buildings of the temples. And Mashak Abishai said, listen closely, unto them, see ye not all these things? You see all these things? And them building all these temples? Verily, truly, I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down, as we just read. See? Listen. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, by themselves, with him, Mashak Abishai, saying unto him, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Right? So from all we went over so far, what's going to be the sign of the end of the world? Let's find out who's going to be ruling during the end of the world. Go to 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter. And we're going to start at the 7th verse. Book it right there at the 7th verse. So it says, what's going to be the sign of the end of the world? 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the time? Just like we was asked, Ezra was asking the same thing that the apostles asked the Mashiach Yahushua. Or when shall be the end of the first, the world we in now, and the beginning of it that followeth? The world that's going to come after the world that we're in now. Listen. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, Abraham was a son named Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born through Isaac, our forefather, going all the way back to Genesis 25 and 25 and 26. Of him, Jacob and Esau were born of Isaac. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. They were wrestling in the womb of our foremother Rebekah. And Jacob was fighting with Esau, and his hand had the heel of Esau. Listen, for Esau is the end of the world. What does that mean? Esau would have to be ruling at the end of the world. Now, who's going to take down the so-called white man as a nation with the nuclear power that he has? He's everywhere all over the country. His blessing was the sword and had the fatness of the land. He's the police of the whole world. You don't think so? Russia and America? Come on. Esau is the end of the world. And Jacob, who became the 12 tribes of Israel, is the beginning of it that followeth. We got next forever and ever and ever. Going back to Ezekiel 38 and 20. So that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the field and all creeping things that creep upon the earth, and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence, and the mountains shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground. So all these kingdoms going to fall down, and all the steep places in Israel going to fall down, and every wall shall fall to the ground. And I will call for a sword against him throughout all my mountains, said the Most High Power. Every man's sword shall be against his brother. Hear that? Every man's sword shall be against his brother. And I will plead against him with pestilence and with blood. And I will rain upon him and upon his bands, upon his armies, and upon the many people that are with him, and overflowing rain and great hailstones, fire and brimstone. Thus will I magnify myself. Hear that? He's going to magnify himself and sanctify myself. And I will be known in the eyes of many nations, and they shall know that I am the Most High. See? This is what the Most High going to do. Thus it is written, thus it is come, thus it is done. Look at Jeremiah 50. Go to Jeremiah 50th chapter. Let's look at verse 8. Jeremiah 50 and 8. Remove out of the midst of Babylon, and go forth out of the land of Chaldeans, and be as the he-goats before the flocks. For lo, I will raise and caused to come up upon Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, like Russia. Now when it says remove out of them, let's go to Revelation 18:4. Hold that. Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins. That's the thing. Remove yourself from the sins that are upon America, that's going on in America, and that ye may receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. You hear that? Her sins have reached unto heaven. The fourth dimension where the Most High is. And he remembered her sins. That's why it tells you, look. Lamentations 4:22. That's why we got to come out of the mindset of how they have programmed people to think. You got to change people. You the same way thinking you're going to make it, you playing with yourself. You're not going to make it. You better change and start thinking about what you can, as much time as you have to try and learn these scriptures and learn this Bible and serve the Most High power and talk about him. Talk about Mashiach Yahushua. Talk about what we got to do to make it. More so than just talking about yourself or something else that's important, unimportant. Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Zion represents the 12 tribes of Israel. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. This us. Because even here, we're in captivity. He will visit thine iniquity. He's going to visit your sins, your wickedness. Who? O daughter of Edom. See? You so-called white people. O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. He's going to discover your sins. Like he said. See that? Eyes, look what it says. Eyes of the Most High. Look. Amos 9 and 8. Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Most High power are upon the sinful kingdom. So you're going to discover your sins. You're going to discover the sinful kingdom of America. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. Thus said the Most High. He will destroy it from off the face of the earth. Saving, he will save somebody that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. So where we going? Where we going to run to? He said, you're going to utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Most High. For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, because he scattered us among all nations. He told us going to do that. If we ain't follow his laws, statutes, commandments, his rules and regulations. He said he's going to scatter us among all nations. We are scattered among all nations. Like as corn is sifted in a seed, he's going to sift us from among these nations. Yet shall not the least, which is a 1/3, because you got 3/3, which makes a one whole, 12 tribes of Israel, but 2/3 of our people going to die. And only that least is that 1/3. Yet shall not the least, which is the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel, grain fall upon the earth. Fall upon the earth. That's 1/3. That's the least. Compared to the 2/3 that he's going to kill. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. He said he's going to kill them. Those who say you ain't under the law, those that's doing whatever they want to do, think you're going to get away with it. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. The Most High can't touch me, because he the one to create evil. Say, oh, you can't do nothing with me. They're going to die. They're sinners of his people. They're going to die. Thus said the Most High. So that's coming out of America. The wickedness that the Most High is looking down and seeing that they have committed against him and his laws, his rules and regulations. Jeremiah 50 and 9. For lo, I will raise and cause them to come up against Babylon, an assembly of great nations from the north country, where Russia's at. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Her arrows shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Her arrows shall be as an expert man of war. Say none shall return in vain. These missiles are going to be shot at America. But remind you, they're not going to destroy it, because Mashak Abishai coming back and destroy it in 1 hour. Oh yeah, he going to get his. That's why it says, shall it be kindled? Look at this. Go to Wisdom of Solomon 5:20. If you have the red Apocrypha, the Cambridge University Press, is on page 60. I love it when the Most High just open up this Bible and just go right to the precept. His severe wrath is Wisdom of Solomon 5:20. His severe wrath shall be sharpened for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad. They're gonna come. The missiles gonna come abroad, and from the clouds, as from a well-drawn bow. These missiles, as from a well-drawn bow, shall they fly to the mark. These missiles gonna hit the mark. And hailstones full of wrath shall be cast as out of a strong bow. And the water of the sea shall rage against them. You gotta be concerned about tidal waves. That's the water of the sea shall rise against them. And the flood shall cruelly drown them. Yeah, a mighty wind, like a tornado, like a hurricane, shall stand up against them. How you gonna fight these things? You know what it say? Yeah, a mighty wind, tornadoes, hurricanes, storms shall stand up against him. And like a storm shall blow them away. Thus iniquity shall lay waste the whole earth, and ill dealing shall overthrow the thrones of the mighty. You're gonna have them do this. That's why you see it's all here. No matter how you look at it, it's all here. And it's gonna be done. It is written, it is come, it's gonna be done. That's why it says in verse 9 of Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, from thence she shall be taken. Their arrows, these missiles, shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, said the Most High. That's why I showed you in Isaiah 47 chapter how it says the virgin daughter of Babylon. I went to Psalms 137, show you that that's Edom. And they like the Chaldeans because their ways that they have are like the Babylonians, the Ethiopians when Nebuchadnezzar was ruling. That's why I say ask your stargazers and your sorceries, your psychics, your palm readers, your procrastinators, all the things that you're dealing with in wickedness. Let them stand up and help you, it's saying. And the Chaldees shall be a spoil. They're going to rob you. We done read this already. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, said the Most High, because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, you destroyers of the children of Israel, because ye have grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellow of bulls. You have grown fat from free labor, first and foremost. Ain't no reparation coming to us. People, you might as well stop looking for that. Our reparation is going to be life forever and ever and ever. We got next, how long? Forever and ever and ever. That's the blessing of Jacob. Esau fulfilling his blessing. Living by the sword, had the fattest of the land. They everywhere. Your mother shall be so confounded, confused. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness. a dry land in the desert right here in America. This is the hintermost of the July 4th, 1776, right here. Because of the wrath of the Most High, it shall not be inhabited. Because of the wrath of the Most High and of Mashiach Yahushua, this place ain't gonna never be inhabited. Nobody gonna live here, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon, America, shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Put yourself in a against Babylon, against America, round about, as we just read about in Ezekiel 38. All ye that bend the bow, all ye that have these missiles, shoot at her. What he already said, shoot at her. Like I said, what he's supposed to into the last days of the earth, the last days of the world. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, spare no missiles. For she hath sinned against the Most High. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. Hear what it said? Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Most High, while Mashiach shall take vengeance upon her, as she have done, do unto her. He that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which you have done. As you have done, you're going to get done to you. That's what they're afraid of. See? That's what they're so afraid of. Verse 29. Call together the archers against Babylon. Hear what it said? Call together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, all ye that have these missiles, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work. Hear that? Payback is something else. According as you have done, you're going to be done. In, as it is written. According to all that she have done, do unto her. All you have done will be done unto you. For she have been proud against the Most High, against the Holy One of Israel. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Most High. See? We done read about it. The army, the navy, and the marines is going to be what? Going to be burned up. Ain't going to be nothing but dust and smell of smoke. Behold, as I am against thee, O thou most proud. Come on. You can go to Psalms 83rd chapter to tell you they have lifted up their head. The enemies and the haters of the Most High as nations lift up their head. Who's the first one they named? Edom. The so-called white man. That's the enemies and haters of the Most High. Lift up the head, you got to be prideful. That's why the city's going to be ruined, because of his pride. And the most proud shall, behold, I am against thee, verse 31. O thou most proud. I mean, come on. Said the Most High, of hosts, of armies, for thy day is come, and the time that I will visit thee. And the most proud shall stumble, and the most proud shall stumble and fall. They're going to stumble and fall. And none shall raise him up. Ain't no, remember all the merchants there, all the nations going to be standing far away, saying, they already know what's going to happen. You ain't heard what's going to happen. But alas, that great city Babylon, a great city of America, oh, in 1 hour is her judgment come. They're going to be crying seeing it, but they ain't going to be helped. Hear what it said? And the most proud, America, shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. See that? He said, thus said the Most High Power of hosts, children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. You oppressed all 12 tribes of Israel from 1492 all the way to this day. We were all pressed together. And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. That's why the Most High is telling you this. Well, you got it coming. And all those joined unto them got it coming too. In this day. Exodus 21:16. Exodus 21:16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, like y'all stole us from our land of North, Central, and South America, came in 1492 and sold us over to Europe and stole us from that was the different lands of Europe all the way over to Africa, from Africa all the way to America, stole us and sold us on auction blocks to each other. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, like we in your hand right now, he shall surely be put to death. That's the judgment. We in your hand. Going back to Jeremiah. '50 and 33. Thus said the Most High Power of hosts. Hosts mean armies. The children of Israel and the children of Judah, I mean the northern tribes and the southern tribes, all 12 tribes, were oppressed together. And all that took them captives held them fast. They ain't let us go. They refused to let them go. Refused to let us go. Their Redeemer is strong. Hear that? Our Redeemer is strong. The Most High Power of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. Ain't nobody gonna live here. Let's jump to verse verse 40. As the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, he destroyed all 5 cities. Saith the Most High, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. Ain't nobody gonna live here no more. Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. They'll be joined together with this north people of Russia as we're going over it. They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, every one put in array, like a man to the battle, against thee, O daughter of Babylon, O Edomites. Come on. We need to go back to Psalms 137, 7 and 9. It showed you who this daughter of Babylon is. Esau, the Edomites. The king of Babylon have heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pangs as a woman in travail, like a woman having a baby. Ain't gonna be able to do nothing though. Behold, he shall come up like, the king of Babylon have heard the report of them, and his hands wax feeble. Ain't gonna be able to do nothing. Gonna be shaking. Anguish took hold of him. Gonna be angry, going off. But he ain't gonna be able to do nothing. and plagues as of a woman is in travail, like a woman having a baby. That's how much pain he's going to bring upon them. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan unto the habitation of the strong, but I will make them suddenly run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her? For who is like me? And who will appoint me the time? And who is that shepherd that will stand before me? Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Most High, that he that have taken against Babylon and his purposes, that he have purpose against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. The least of the flock of the 1/3. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. When you destroy this place, say, the whole earth gonna be shaken. The Most High gonna get a name. Mashiach Yahushua gonna be known. Hear what it says, at the noise of the taking of Babylon, America, the earth is moved, gonna be shaken. But he ain't gonna shake it up. That's why he got the angels holding it back. Look, go to Revelation 7th chapter. The angels are holding it. They're gonna hold it together. Look, Angel 7th chapter. Angel. Revelation 7th chapter. Look, at verse 1. And out of these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth. So they got these angels on the 4 corners of the earth holding the earth. Holding the 4 winds of the earth. Holding back the destruction. That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor any tree. That the destruction should not come upon the earth. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the whole living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. See, they're holding it back now. You see? Mr. Mashiach talking to the 4 angels that he have holding this earth together. That it wouldn't bring the destruction upon the earth. We know it's coming. So they're already there. They're going to shake it up. But not to the point that's going to hurt the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. That's why I say the least of them not going to fall upon the earth. It says, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads and our minds. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. No one else. That's the last book of the Bible. And then from there it goes down to say 12,000 from each of the tribes of Israel, which make up to 144,000. Now that's going to deal with the 1/3. That's the 144,000 come out of the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel, because everybody want to use verse 9 talk about all these other nations. No, I'm talking about still Israel. Point blank. Not all these other nations. Listen. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations, and kindreds, and peoples, and tongues, stood before the throne, and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, and palms in their hands, in one part of the 1/3, and cried with a loud voice, saying, salvation to our power. Whose power? Who the Most High is the power of? Come on. Exodus 3:15 and 16. You the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Matthew 22:32. Most High is the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Acts 3:13. He's the power of who? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. That's the power of our. Let's get it. Acts 3:13. The power of Abraham, and of Isaac, and of Jacob. The power of our fathers. Come on. What does it say here? Revelation 7 and 9. And after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude. Keep that in mind. That great multitude, which no man could number. I mean, it's going to be out of number. We more than the sand of the sea and the stars in the sky. Of all nations, because we scattered among all nations. So we got to come out of these nations. And kindreds, different tribes of the Israelites, and people and tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb, before the throne, before Mashiach Yahushua, who is the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, and cried with a loud voice. This great multitude cried with a loud voice, saying, salvation to our power, which sitteth upon the throne and unto the Lamb. So that sit upon the throne is the Most High. Our power. Who was he the power of? Abraham, who had a son named Isaac, who had a son named Jacob, who became the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Now let's make that clear, that great multitude. That it says right there. Who is that? Where is that going to be found? That is a great multitude. Let's smash all this stuff that they talk about in these churches. Let's kill that right here in the Apocrypha. That's probably why the Protestants took it out. Because it's all here, y'all. It's right here. Oh man, go back to it. Again, y'all. Go to 2nd Ezra 3 and 16. 2nd Ezra 3 and 16. See, it says a great multitude, right? So it says, and unto him thou gavest Isaac. To Abraham, the Most High gave Abraham Isaac. And unto Isaac also thou gavest Jacob and Esau. Going all the way back to Genesis 25 and 25 and 26 again. So he gave Isaac, Jacob, and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee. That's our forefather Jacob. Most High did choose Jacob to himself. And put Esau to the side. That's why I said Romans 9:13 says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. That's why I say put by Esau. And so Jacob became a great multitude. There it is. There's your great multitude there. So, no matter how you look at it, when you look at this great multitude, going back to Revelation 7 and 9, and after this, I beheld, and lo, a great multitude. Jacob became a great multitude, which no man could number. Let's look at that. Hosea 1 and 10. Hosea 1 and 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea. You ever picked up a handful of sand? The sand of the sea. That's how innumerable we're going to be, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. And that's what we telling our people